What's up, guys? Pt.4 Gamer here. We're back with more Kerbal Space Program War. And after the assault on this launch facility, we actually took it over, and they abandoned it. We took it over, and we figured it'd be a good place to launch our first satellite. We need a satellite in orbit to actually find out where these guys are and how close they actually are, because our spy planes aren't doing much. They're kind of finding out at the last minute, and we cannot take another cruise missile attack. So we're going to launch this rocket up with its nice little satellite on there. Let's see what we can do. It's a little slow starting. We're going to go ahead and start rolling her so we can get ready for a turn to the north, because we're going to put it in a polar orbit. Let's go ahead and throttle back just a bit more. Okay, so we're climbing. And of course, I added a bunch of new mods. I got the KW rocketry for all these badass engines and fuel tanks and rocket assemblies. The fairings for it suck. That's why I don't have fairings on it, because they just don't come apart like they're supposed to. I actually like this rocket launch facility because it already started at 3,000 meters up, which is pretty nice for fuel consumption at least. So we're going to see how far we can get it. And it does not want to go to the north. We're going to start our turn to the north so we can get our apoapsis up going there. We're just going to orient a little bit to the north. Use what fuel we can to actually kind of get it. The apoapsis turning. Alright, so we're really going to crank it up here. There we go, look at that. Now it's starting to turn and burn. Like our engine's starting to overheat a little bit. We're actually gonna have some fuel left over on this. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut it just a little bit. Wow. Okay, so single stage, that works. Alright, so we're heading up there. I kind of want to get this turned a bit more. Actually, let's do this. See if I can maneuver mode it over here. More of a better polar orbit before we get to the apoapsis. Alright, so that works. So we're going to have to turn and burn over here. So let's turn on this RCS. Oh, it does not want to turn. Okay, we're going to decouple here. We should have plenty of fuel to change the orientation out a little bit. 3-second burn in about a minute. So that's not bad. We should be able to do that. Should give us plenty of time to change up the orbit. Alright, so that's pretty much where we wanted it. Okay. And we'll crank her on up into an orbit. There we go. Alright. So we need about 1,400 meters per second. Estimated burn time 1 minute. Shouldn't be too bad. We had plenty of fuel left over. That first stage is going to land somewhere else. Some poor sap's house or something. Ooh, okay. Well, I missed that node, apparently. It's alright. We'll be able to do this. We got plenty of fuel. These pretty effective. Ooh, I don't know. We might not be able to make it. Oh, this might have been a bad engine choice. We're burning that out pretty quick. I was not paying attention to that maneuver. We got plenty of fuel, like I said. We should be alright. We're not even half a tank yet, and we only need 600 more meters per second. So that's fine. We're good. Worst comes to worst, I can just redo a few maneuvers before we release the satellite. And I put a little special thing on the tip of the satellite. Don't know if it's actually going to work or not, but it would be interesting to see if it actually did. You know what? That works fine for me. We can get the apoapsis down a little bit if we want to, which, you know, I might do. It's 109. Probably get it pretty close to 109. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we got a little bit of fuel left over. We'll kind of fix our orbit here. Only 76 meters per second. That's not bad. And it's estimated a 2-second burn, which I think is wrong. We got 3 minutes to go before we hit it. And there's the North Pole. Nice little polar orbit going. We're going to start at about 20 seconds. There we go. And let's burn. There we go. Okay, I like that. That's a nice little orbit we got going there. Cool. Alright, so let's separate the stages here. Use our monopropellant to kind of get away from that stage. Alright, so there we go. So let's go ahead and extend the solar panels. And there it is. Our satellite is active. Nice, lots of battery power. Let's extend the comm array. There we go. We got a little weapons manager on. And then we have an airborne laser, which I'm not sure if it can actually reach down here or not. But I think it'd be interesting to see if that actually works. But now we're in a polar orbit. So we got our spy satellite up. We're going to let it do its thing, see what's around, and then we'll plan a mission from there. So our spy satellite discovered that the enemy actually has an airbase set up not too far from the old KSC airbase. But luckily for us, we've actually been turning that airbase into a flight facility, and we're actually going to conduct a bomber strike on this airbase. It's kind of lightly defended, a few SAM sites, a few CWIS sites, but they are prepping a B-2 to go run on the old KSC base. I guess they figured out what we're doing, so we're going to try to hit them first. Alright guys, here we are at the new, well, the old KSC airbase. We've actually retrofitted it more to a space plane, multiple runways. This is going to be good for combat operations in the area. But this is our new bomber we made, running with turboprops, and it's carrying quite a formidable load of Mark 82s. Now, the reason I went with turboprops is because they're a little more fuel efficient than, you know, turbojets. And it'll allow us to actually make this long journey without running out of fuel. The only problem is they're limited on how high they can go. So it's going to put us into a dangerous area of getting shot at, which is not the best course of action. So we're going to be taking some fire, and Buzz Kerman is the commander of this mission, and we're going to fly south. I believe it's south. Southeast. And we're going to go ahead and do this. So hopefully we can get off the runway. Alright, so let's release the brakes, and off we go. There's a little ramp at the end of the runway. Hopefully that doesn't kill us. I'm worried about these lights on the side, though. Full throttle. And rotate. Come on, get up. There we go. Alright, so now we're climbing. We're on our way. We're going to try to get around this mountain range and then make a left-hand turn. I believe, actually, we are going in the correct direction. So we're going to keep moving this way, and then we'll head in from there. Let's go ahead and switch our group to Team Bravo. And if anybody wondered how I actually do this, this is with the weapon pack. It includes this little weapons manager, which allows you to choose teams, which is really nice. But the fuel efficiency of these turboprops is just amazing. I mean, barely losing any fuel. At full throttle, I'm losing less than 1. I mean, it's crazy. But they start losing their effectiveness. As you see, my air intake is dropping dramatically, and I'm only 2,500 meters up. So we're gonna have to keep her nice and low to actually get the efficiency we need out of these engines to actually get us there, and kind of a combat efficient way. We don't want to have, you know, no power to maneuver when we're dropping these bombs off, because it's going to be a close call when we actually start doing it. So we're just going to try to level her out. And Chadley Kerman, he's not excited about this mission. We're going to open up the bomb bay, show you a better... Yeah, that's the formidable bomb. We're going to level this airbase, hopefully. Alright, so we're about 17 kilometers out. Doesn't look like the enemy airfield's loading up, thanks to KerbinSide. We're having problems. We've reached a very high limit for our aircraft, little over 5,000 meters, and it's starting to drop pretty drastically. We're going to go ahead and open up the bomb bay, though. We're getting close to release time here. We're going to go and switch to the Mark 82s. And you see there's the little bomber reticle down there. There's some sort of building that loaded in. Not sure what it is. There's the B-2 on the runway, though. We're going to go ahead and lay into that first. Hopefully not get shot down in the process. And 3, 2, 1. Get ready, release. Shit. We got missiles inbound, missiles inbound. Lots of missiles inbound, lots of missiles inbound. Shit, our bombs missed big time. We're gonna have to cut hard. Oh, we got one inbound. Oh, 2! Oh, God. Those are a lot of bombs falling on the ground there. Wow. Those are gonna be big. Oh shit. That's not good. Alright, so we're gonna try this again. Luckily we had another bomber. But it looks like we might have taken out the B-2 in that bomb run. And we're going to head over to the facility again and try to see what we can, kind of damage we can do. Hopefully we can take out part of the runway, one of the, what is that, a Sea-Wiz down there, and then part of that array facility, and then we'll go from there. And if anybody knows why I can fly, like, to this facility and sometimes it shows up and sometimes it doesn't, let me know in the comments below. It's KerbinSide. Being a pain in the ass. I would definitely like to know. I couldn't find any documentation on it, but yeah, it's being a pain in the ass. Alright, so let's get the bomb bay open. Let's go ahead and switch to our Mark 82s. Now, if we learned anything, they're a little off from where they should be. So we're going to start bombing before we reach the target area. And then we're going to quickly turn and burn out of here. I think we're going to get a lot of the facility here. Oh, actually, forgot to do something. There we go, Team B. There we go. And bombs away. It's still going! Alright, close the door, we're out of here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get it all. Nice, hitting the runway. Yes. Nice. Yeah, that's definitely going to put them out of commission, for sure. The Sea Whiz, I think, was trying to engage some of those bombs, which is nice because it kept them off our ass. Alright, so let's fly on home. Alright, so we're starting our descent to the old KSC. I think we'll choose the larger of the runways, that one dead ahead. And we'll try to land there. Actually going to throttle back just a bit. Alright, so we're going to try this out, and hopefully this goes pretty good. I did not bind reverse thrusters in for this, so this is going to be interesting. I didn't want to use the runway that we took off of because of the ramp. I think I would probably fuck that up and completely smash to the side of it. So I figured this long one right here would probably be best, even though I'm still coming in way too fast on it. This thing's maneuverable as shit, though, for a big-ass, you know, turboprop. Alright, so we're almost lined up, coming in. Oh, this is gonna be so sketchy. That looks very short for my head. The good thing is the turboprops have a good response time, so if I need to power up real quick, they're gonna be there for me. Unlike turbojets, which I like. This is why I'm a prop guy. Really like prop planes. Oh yeah, that would have been bad to try to land on that thing. Let's make it over all the runway lights. There we go. Start throttling back a little bit more. There we go. Alright, we're coming in. Coming in a little hot. Oh, bounced. Gotta bounce. Hit the brakes. 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 Oh, nice. That was a nice landing. That was pretty cool. Alright, let's see if we can actually get it over to one of the hangars. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. If I had, like, nose wheel steering. Alright, so we made it back. Mission successful, and we're just gonna have to wait and develop a little bit more until the next threat arises.